how are you doing today, good viber? It is your girl Esther Joy coming at you with another video. On this channel we love to talk about love, light, joy, and peace, and today we have an amazing video where we're really going to be addressing some of the current news that's going on with the government. Really the Israeli chief of space operations over there is talking about aliens, and also, addressing that humanity is not ready for this. We're going to be addressing that. We're also going to be taking a theological stance on this whole matter, because I know that a lot of people have been calling the Galactic Federation's fallen angels and other entities and whatnot, and I just wanted to, give my take on what's going on in the world. Of course, coming from whatever is flowing, setting the intention that this is to acknowledge any distortions that are dwelling within my heart that are now here going to be presented to you, good viber. So that we can acknowledge them and see them for what they are. So starting off with what's happening currently in the news, I believe a day or two ago, as we know, we got the understanding that the government has been suppressing information about alien contact and communication with the Galactic Federation. Now, this has been something that I think a lot of more people on the New World side, I want to say, and just maybe ufologists and other people have been anticipating for a while now, and I'm sure this is a shock to much of the collective, which is maybe why they felt the need to suppress this information. With that being said, I cannot help but wonder who is really in charge of what you are ready to know of and what is not. I am not in any ways trying to bash or badmouth the government, with all due respect. I respect and honor and love all beings and believe that they all have a divine purpose on this life. I just wanted to acknowledge that this information of the government literally contacting aliens has been something that was suppressed from the collective for a very long time, and please acknowledge this is probably not the only thing they are suppressing from you. This information, this is an information war, if I dare say anything about that. But with that being said, there has been a lot of confusion and now fear around the topic of the Galactic Federation, and I will just relay some of what I have heard from my fellow fam here on the channel, as well as other mediums that I have been researching for the past few days. Some of them starting off by addressing what the Galactic Federation is and what they believe the Galactic Federation is. I know a large majority believes that they are fallen angels, aka demons and demonic entities that are coming to leech into other people's vessels and possess them. This is one of the many things that people believe the Galactic Federation is. Of course, there are many other distortions of this belief, and that is totally understandable, really, coming from so many views and beliefs. This is to be expected. Of course, other people believe that there must be aliens, and as we know, they communicate telepathically, yet for whatever reason, we have this feeling that they are not sent from God, or they are here to deceive us. And this in itself, I feel like, is an interesting take. What are they deceiving us from? Especially if you are someone with strong faith and believe in God, then you understand that God has created all things and all beings, and they are a part of that oneness source that all things have stemmed from and are created by. So there's only one agenda, and I think it's all the same agenda. With that being said, there's still going to be a lot of distortions, and maybe that is what the government was trying to protect us from, but really I am happy actually to see that so many people are coming out of the woodworks and openly talking about their experiences with the Galactic Federation or other entities, what they believe it is. And of course, if you feel needed and you feel any fear surrounding it, then of course it would be a good human thing to do to warn other people if that is what you believe is necessary during this time. So, yeah, I'm not blaming anyone for trying to throw fear in other people's hearts because they themselves are fearful of what is to come with this increased contact with the Galactic Federation. If you didn't notice, 2020 has been the setting stage for gaining a lot of clarity on not only our own distortions and how we have been controlled by a system that is really, I'm not gonna even say manipulating our information or anything like that, but has definitely been under the wraps and the covers for a lot of things. I think now we are getting this opportunity to gain more clarity on many, many things. And yes, in a lot of ways, we are preparing for these galactic beings to contact us even more and more so. With that being said, now I'm taking more of a theological perspective on this whole thing, and we're going to be talking a little bit about the religious aspect. I myself have been homeschooled Christian my whole life, and I do read the Bible every week, and yes, both of my parents are missionaries. With that being said, I know that there are a lot of Christians and maybe other highly religious people during this time that believe that this is a great deception, and these galactic beings are none other than fallen angels that are here to deceive humanity. And I mean, personally, I'm still a human, I'm not trying to play the role of God, but with this being said, this is all being divinely orchestrated, and I think it's very important to acknowledge that we are all come from one source, and these aliens and these fallen angels and these demonic entities, if you will, they all also come from the same source that you and I come from, and that is why we are aware and conscious of them. And that is why we are able to communicate with them as well. And my God, it is so much simpler than I think many people believe at this time, that it just doesn't seem like it can be so, if that makes sense. Okay, but I wanted to say honestly, I'm quite excited. I did not expect the world 2020 to go in such a bang. I mean, as we know, December 21st is coming up, which I suppose I should make a video about. And as we know, Age of Aquarius is coming upon us, where information is going to be more valuable than ever for each person on this planet. During this time, it is just really important for you to acknowledge that don't be afraid, you're not being deceived. I mean, of course, take my words with a grain of salt. If you feel like you are being deceived, then maybe you are, honestly, fam. Maybe you are. And with that being said, just be aware and have a source that you can trust. I acknowledge that we are all made one from the same stuff, and so there is no deception, there is only ignorance and distortions of understanding of our universal knowledge. So it is really important for us to be clear on who is leading us during this time, what information we are consuming and relaying back to others, and also what we choose to believe, because the Galactic Federation, really and truly, it can only come from the same source that everything is made out of. So once you know this, there really isn't any need to be fearful, but be joyous, yay, because things are definitely changing, and what you know is very important during this time. And again, I'm not making this video to bash anyone, or especially those who are warning others about the coming that is happening currently. It is simply my view and acknowledging of how the energies are really playing on this planet and each and every person's part. So I am just here to acknowledge that all these truths are true. Don't be afraid, and it's gonna be okay, fam. It's all one. So yeah, I hope that helped you, I guess, process some of the information that's been going on in my own head. And if you like this video, you can press that thumbs up right now so I know so, and can continue to dive deeper into this topic and make more videos like this one. Without further ado, I'll see you in the next video, and feel free to leave a comment because I would love your input and insight. I don't want this to be a closed-minded conversation, and everyone's opinion and information is very valuable during this time, so please feel free to leave comments down below if you agree, disagree, or however your view is.